Until the time that I decided to go and look for a lawyer, not 1 or 2 Mr. Odieka, I told you my counsel, they were refusing. They said this is a state matter and they are fearing for their life. So Mama Mbijiwe, we cannot help you. We know your son was taken by the police and we cannot involve ourselves here. It is very correct because even the Deputy President, Mr. Gachagua, who is very much alive, when we came to Siriman during the campaigns of 2022, that was on 21st of July, he promised the team of people, thousands of people, that my son, Mwenda Mbijiwe, is being held by high profile people who are untouchable. But if they enter into the government with the Ruto, President Ruto now, they are going to bring back our son. And he said he is in state detention. And we came to his office and he confirmed the same. To make a decision that I'll get my son. I know my son is in state detention and it is illegal. That's why they are fearing to produce him. Even themselves, they know where he is and he is very much alive. My son, nobody can kill a covenant child. I always pray for my son. And nobody said the other time when Mr. Omega was trying to pray his cancer. My son, I want this court to honor Mwenda Mbijiwe. Even if I can be given him today, I would be very happy. Yes. He has been everything to me. Yes. And he was a future person in this country. So by saying Mbijiwe cannot be available, it hurts me. It gives me a lot of pain.
Mama, koti imesikia? Tueleza ukisiona.
Nothing else, I need my son. The pain of a child is the mother who knows.
That is very true.
Yes.
Is there any report that you have made that your son was abducted by the police? A report similar to the one I have shown you.
I have sent my second born Nicholas Ibuni reported at Kasarani police station, and that he was here last time, and he said that his brother's been abducted. Yes.
Annexure 1 to the further affidavit of Chief Inspector Frederick Okero that was filed in response to the affidavit that she filed. And I just want to ask you, Madam, what that document is. Another OB report.
Understand this, can you read for yourself?
I want to show you the document, and I want to ask you a direct question. What is the number in the top left-hand corner of the document? You don't see it clearly. This is, I put to you, an OB report made to Kasarani police station by Nicholas Ibuni. Is that your son? And perhaps I just want you to have a look at the contents of the report and see whether your son reported that his brother had been abducted by the police. What does he say? What is the report to the police? You didn't produce the OB from Kasarani, but the police have produced the OB report from Kasarani. What does it say?
I brought the OB last time here, it was here, even it was given to us.
What does the OB report say?
The report that his brother, named Mwenda Mbijiwe, who who lives in Nairobi went missing on Saturday 12th. And since then his phone number, that one, efforts to look for him named, but all in vain. Now he seeks police help. He lastly talked to his stepmother, Vero, at Wizam Garage, where he indicated he was ending to May.
So I've shown you the OB extract from the report made by Mwenda's stepmother at Central. I've shown you the OB extract made by your son at Kasarani. And none of them say that Mwenda was abducted by the police.
I wrote in my statement with the Cosmas Carrot that my son was abducted because I knew the truth. And in reference to this, when CS Moturi was CS in the leaders in government last year during the NCC demonstrations.
Just answer my question.
No, I want to say
just
something.
Answer my question.
Don't you?
It is not an opportunity for you to preach. Just answer my question.
I'm not preaching in a court. When you preach in justice,
you made reference to certain people in your evidence in chief who you have been reluctant to name. I just want to ask you, are those names contained anywhere in your affidavit?
they are not because of security reasons.
You have, in your evidence in chief, stated that you had an incident at your home in Timau sometime. Do you recall the date that happened?
It was on 13th November 2022. Yes.
How is that, or how was that incident related to the matter that is before the court this morning?
It was very much related because it is the time I had come from meeting with the Amin Mohammed, and we talked a lot of things with him, and he told me he has requested for Mwenda's file. Yes.
Now, your application for habeas corpus is curious in a few ways. In that it only has one document which you recently produced in support of the application. And I now just want I want to take you through that document. I want to take you through that document so that we can have a clearer understanding of what the document says. The letter that you produced, or the letter you attempted to produce, it is now in your affidavit. You have it before you. Mr. Onyegi has just given you the letter. Why have you produced that letter? In your own words. You. Why have you brought that letter? It is the only annex to your application. Why have you produced that letter? Why do you want the court to look at that letter?
Because the person who had written this letter and they requested the DCI to release my son on a boat. That's why I brought it to this court. Yes.
And therefore, according to you?
According to me,
Yes.
my son is in state detention and the through court I'm requesting to be released.
Now, who is that letter addressed to?
It was addressed to the Director of Criminal Investigations, Kiambu Road.
All right. When is the date of that letter?
14th October 2025.
And what is that letter about? What is the subject of that letter?
It was just a miscellaneous application of this case. Yes.
It is in respect of this case. That OB entry as an annexure to your affidavit.
Yes, because my son and my daughter was accompanying Agnes Kareta when they reported the matter to Central Police in Nairobi.
That OB number 751606 of 2021. Is it anywhere in your application?
Yes, it is here. The number is here.
The OB itself?
Yes.
The number is there?
The number is here.
The OB extract, is it there anywhere?
Yeah, when I wrote the statement to this Cosmas Karok at Central Police, this Wombi number was there, and even Agnes was there.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I want to show the witness annexure number 1 to the replying affidavit of Chief Inspector Frederick Opeo. It is on the record. And the affidavit, my lord, was sworn on the on the 15th of December 2025. The annexure 1 is at 29. I want us just to go through that document. On the top left-hand corner, what is the what number is set out there?
Wombi number 75-16-06-2021.
Is that the same OB number as the one you have set out in your affidavit?
Yes.
And according to that document, who is the person who has made this report to Central Police Station?
The reporter was having his stand.
Do you know who Agnes Stanley is?
Yes.
Who is she?
She's a mother to me, a stepmother to Mwenda Mbijiwe. Yes.
Now, I want you just to read out court what the report made by Agnes Stanley is. Read the report that is made by Agnes Stanley.
It is reporting that our son named Mwenda Mbijiwe lynched 41 years, and the mobile number 07247-245, who is working with the high on security as a manager, cannot be traced since the mobile numbers are unreachable since 12/6/2021. Efforts to trace him have borne no fruits. She now asks for police assistance.
Thank you. Does it produce in the two affidavits that you have sworn in support of the application to demonstrate that your son is in the custody of the National Police Force?
I said my son was abducted by DCI officers because the time I went to see DCI, he cannot see. I was told because
I want you to answer my question. The question is, other than the letter, is there anything else you have? I've not asked you about what you said.
We don't have any other certificate.
Thank you. Now, when was your son, when did you know that your son was missing?
The same day on 12th.
On 12th. The 12th of what month? 20? When did you file the application that is before court for habeas corpus?
It was filed last year. That is the month of August.
How long after you first knew that your son was missing?
4 years.
Because I feel your pain, because I am a parent myself, I feel your pain as a parent whose son has been missing. Isn't it curious that it took you more than 4 years to file this important application?
I want to say before this court that when I tried all means to get my son to this year, I said it is only State House that I was not allowed to enter. But the other offices I went, I had no money. And every lawyer, even Mr. Deakin, well wishers who were just to hire him, I had no money. And if when I approached the lawyer, he would tell me, this is a state matter, I'm fearing for my life. So nobody was waiting to come and represent us in court.
In your affidavits in support of your application, have you stated, have you documented what you were doing between 2021 and 2025?
I explained to this court.
In your affidavit, in your sworn statement, have you explained to court the inordinate delay in bringing this application?
Yes, I said it.
Are you that in your affidavit you explained the delay?
It is not written in my affidavit here. I said it in this court.
It is not written in the affidavit.
Yes, but I explained my lawyer and he knows what we have gone through as a family.
So you had stated at the beginning of your testimony, and you, I don't know, maybe you can remind the court, why did you choose to name them today?
Because I knew when my son was still there, he reported this matter to this year. He noted that there was some prominent people when he was governor aspirant in May 2017 that were threatening him.
Okay.
Yes.
Were those people who were threatening him police officers?
They were politicians.
Were they police officers?
As I've said, they were politicians. Yes.
It is then safe to assume that they were not police officers.
Sorry?
It is safe to assume that those people who were threatening him because of his political ambition were politicians and not police officers.
Yes.
Second and third respondents are talking of giving Mwenda Mbijiwe bail in October 2025. It means they know where he is. Is that correct?
It is very correct because even the Deputy President, Mr. Gachagua, who is very much alive, when we came to Siriman during the campaigns of 2022, that was on 21st of July, he promised the amount of people, thousands of people, that my son, Mwenda Mbijiwe, is being held by high-profile people who are untouchable. But if they enter into the government with the Ruto, President Ruto now, they are going to bring back our son. And he said he is in state detention. And we came to his office and he confirmed the same.
And have they ever taken any other action after that promise?
When that promise was given by Mr. Gachagua, we came to his office when he was Deputy President. But as he was following up the matter, then it is the time that he was impeached by the Parliament.
Now, you do know, or you have heard about the lady called Frida Gacheri.
I don't know Frida Gacheri.
You don't know her. But you've seen the second, third, and then what the response, they are saying in a statement written in December 2025, after you have filed this application, that that lady was alleging that Mwenda was in your house. Are you aware of that lady?
I don't know the lady. I don't know whether Mwenda was there. Mwenda was a grown up. The person who can tell us whether he was there, it is only the wife, because Mwenda was not under my custody. He was under the custody of his wife.
Okay. But the state agencies, that is the second, third, and the fifth respondents have rang down and they excluded the wife of Mwenda Joka from even talking to you.
Yes, that is true.
They have incited her.
Yes.
Now,
again, my good and learned friend is straying into those troubled waters. Incited, forbidden, that is her daughter-in-law. Sure, they have the relationship, and none of that is contained here. If he wants that from the witness, let it come from someone.
Your Lordship,
Yes, the the respondents are ganged up.
yes, from the anecdotal evidence, you can see obviously.
But from DCIO or the Inspector General called you to give you any progress report about your missing son.
Nobody has ever called me. Even last time, you remember there was an inspector who said I was very uncooperative. They called me, I ignored. I said because I'm a law that no one has ever called me.
Has anyone supplied you with any investigation diary on what activities the DCI and the Inspector General have carried out about the missing report?
Yes, I remember when I met with the DCI, Mr. Amini Mohammed. I've met with him on several occasions.
Yes.
He requested for Mwenda Mbijiwe's file to be brought into his table before he comes out of the meeting he was going to attend. So he has got investigation, and that file has got the accusers who accused Mwenda. It has got many information. So if that file can be brought to this court, even the court can relax because they will have evidence what happened to my son Mwenda Mbijiwe. There are two files, not skeleton files, but the files full of documents, because when even you were sitting at Central Police, the investigating officer, Mr. Cosmas Karoki, was saying, please, can we investigate the accounts? Meaning they were also investigating Mwenda's bank accounts.
Yes.
Yes.
And they have never shared with you that
They have
information?
never shared any information. They used it to twist me because I was asking them, you are saying you don't have my son. Yet you are investigating his accounts. You have several documents. When I went to see DCI Kinoti, the officer was at the reception, told me, because you are the Baroni commander of Mwenda Mbijiwe, you will be told the truth about your son. And I'm telling you, by that time when I was within the corridors, that's why they chased us away, because they feared that Mwenda could be brought where we are sitting at the waiting room.
Okay. Now, has anybody from the DCI or Inspector General visited your home in Meru to make any inquiry or write statements from you?
The DCI Timao and come to my home twice, because there was a time I was being attacked at home,
Yes.
almost to be killed. Armed men came there in the evening that day. We had prayers at home with several pastors. So that time they came because I went to report the matter, and even I called Amini Mohammed and told him that last night I was about to be killed. So he told me to go and report at Timao police station, and then DCI Timao and his team visited my home. Yes.
As recent as October last year, when you filed this case, and I want you to go through this now that this is part of the court document. You can read a good paragraph too. After you filed, the next step was you have it. You can provide by the court what it was and what was the intention of that attack.
I would like to inform this court that time. It was after only 1 week after we met with the DCI boss, Amini Mohammed. We met with him in his office with my children. We sat down and he requested for the file. He said, Mr. Some was there, the PA for Kinoti was there, he was sitting with us there. He said, I need Mwenda Mbijiwe's file on my table before I come from the meeting that I'm going to attend.
Yes.
And Mr. Some said, okay, there's no problem, I'll just bring the file.
Yes.
So, Amini Mohammed told us we can go, we give him 1 week so that he will give us a feedback from that file.
Yes.
So he requested me to go back to Meru. After the media reported that I've met with him, Amini Mohammed, that is the time attackers after one week. It was on a Saturday, 13th November 2022. They came in the evening at around 7:30.
Yes.
Yes.
And the purpose was to intimidate you or to silence you?
To silence me completely.
Okay.
Yes.
You will ask me several questions about annexed documents, particularly that one. And you do confirm to this court that you are not the maker of that document.
I'm not.
But the document implies that in paragraph 3, that your son, the DPP has no objection if your son can be admitted to anticipatory bail.
Yes.
Now,
Mr. Ondike, I want to say something.
Yeah,
If you
said-
remember when Dennis was here, when you were in Erodorate, and Dennis came representing you. The officer who came from the
Because that is
DPP's
now a
office.
conversation between council and the witness. It is not testimony. That is a conversation.
Mechanical process. These witnesses on oath, and she can remember an issue. If she can remember,
What was the answer you were giving?
Your Lordship, I was trying to say, remember the officer who represented the DPP said, if they are not going to be honest with this case, they are going to withdraw. And he did not come here last time. Yes, because they are speaking a lot of lies.
yes. So, actually, your challenge in this adjudication is with the police. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
So, you have also been asked questions by my learned counsel why it took you so long from 12th June 2021 to August 2025 to file this application of habeas corpus. If you can just clarify to the court why it took long, you can explain to the court the processes you went through and which made the process.
Your Lordship, you know, I said from the beginning that I had no money, but the little money I used to go to DCIS office, Inspector General's office, Gashtagua's Deputy President's office, so many offices being promised that they are going to release my son. They are going to release my son. Until the time that I decided to go and look for a lawyer. Not one or two, Mr. Odieka, I told you my counsel. They were refusing. They said this is a state matter and they are fearing for their life. So, Mama Mbijiwe, we cannot help you. We know your son was taken by the police and we cannot involve ourselves here.
That is what delayed your application.
Yes.